Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today's stream we're going to try to finish um, steel manufacturing, do some cadmium mining and some other stuff. Now what I've done between streams is automate the production of reinforced iron plates. Rotor automation still there, and I expanded the base, moved the hub a little bit further back, and made a road to the nearest cadmium mine. And over there behind the space elevator is the first of the truck stops. So I'm going to show you guys how those work. The thing I did was I ran around out there, picked up some quartz and some sulfur. Right now we are on the experimental build of Satisfactory, which is an entirely separate download. Once you purchase the game in the Epic Store, you can have the option to download the experimental build. The reason that is I was an idiot. I loaded up this save file in the experimental build, which gave a bit of a visual bug on the main file because you have hand slots now. So what this means is I can put more than one item in the hand slots and then switch between them simply by rolling the mouse button. So that was good. I also made enough things to unlock steel, so we're going to do that first. And I think we're going to put the cadmium ore in the MAM and get it started. I also started a build where I'm going to put the foundries for the steel construction. So let's, first things first, the cadmium, which I left here. This is what cadmium looks like. You're going to need 25 of it in order to start your productions. So let's also picked up some mycelia and enough alien carapaces to start the next one. But we're going to do cadmium ore first, because both of those things that those unlock are under tier 4. Which is what we're working on. Let's put that back. This is silica, something I picked up simply by rolling around. It is not something that's used yet, so it's going to go in the storage. And I got it by doing what I did to get the mycelia, which is cutting down some trees which are halfway across the grasslands. Picked up a couple slugs, and there's the raw quartz, which will also go into here eventually. So right now we're on this one, so let's go pick up some cable and unlock it. Now, if you watched the last stream or remember from the last stream, we automated the construction of cable, and I converted both of those into one or the other. So that's rod and plate construction. So let's pick up some cable and go unlock steel production. If you can see from my to-do list, I have enough parts to make a truck and another truck station, and I'm going to show you how that works. But first, let's do that one, and that one. Hit sort, launch.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry and improved miner included to ensure efficiency of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting.
So that unlocked Miner Mark II, foundry, steel ingot, steel beam, steel pipe, heavy modular frames, motors, stators, and encased industrial beams. And that's our next milestone. So, which will unlock new items. So, in hub upgrade, was it 3? No. Hub upgrade 3 gave us the conveyor belt, but didn't give us the vertical conveyor belt, and apparently we didn't get that until, conveyor lift. Here we go. That's something that got added in the experimental update. I'll show you how that works. Because right now, I'm not actually using it. This was built in the vanilla, which means it's a long piece of spaghetti. Now, what I could have done with this here again, a long piece of spaghetti into my truck station. In fact, I think we're going to correct that since we're in the experimental build. So let's go do that. And I'll show you how conveyor lifts work. Get my concrete back, and let's go out. And that should put me right underneath. So, what we're going to do is, there's our miner Mark II, there's our foundry, logistics, conveyor lift Mark 1. That should put it underneath. And then we'll connect the two. What that will do is actually clean up the lift a little bit, and it didn't. I didn't make it tall enough. Let's try this again. And to probably help us out a little bit, we're going to put one of these in. I always prefer it that direction. Warning, vertigo. This is a game that will definitely induce it. How does this thing sit down? Okay, so I was hoping to use a conveyor wall there, but it didn't work. But here comes the ore. And it's going to be going up into this truck station. Now, the truck station has 2 inputs and 1 output. This input here is for fuel, which goes into this area. Now, trucks will burn anything combustible: biofuel, biomass, coal, oil, fuel, actual fuel. So, here comes the coal, up the conveyor lift, and then out the top, and it will go into the truck station. So while we're waiting for the pod to return, we can go back and I can show you where I'm putting the other truck station. See the rest of the roads over there? I mean, the Caterham mine is not that far from the main base area. The problem is it is currently blocked. So one of these days I'm going to see if I can build out to there, because that one right there. So over one waterfall, there's another Caterham node right there. But this one is a pure node. And we're going to need to remove some trees. So right now, I have a couple portable miners set up. Because you can't put an actual miner down on one of those things. So, let's set up the truck station. Vehicles, truck station. And okay, so as you can see, it's got a specific area it wants to be. So let's build out some more so we can do that. Don't worry if you build over pillberry areas, as they really can't respawn. So put the truck station back down again. And I'm in the way. A player is in the way. So there's your truck station. Now it does require power. And to be configured, this will be loading or unloading. So if this one's lit, it's loading. If this one's lit, it's unloading. So right now, there's no real point in using the truck station, because the fact that these are manual. Well, as manual as a portable miner can be. But the way the truck station works, it is you build a truck, or a tractor in this case. So truck, tractor, it doesn't matter. Let's build it up here for now. And this is our tractor. Not too big, not too small. It has, give it some fuel, it's got a little inventory, it's got a workstation, so you can use them to explore. And then you want to drive. And in the lower section you can see speed and fuel. It's got a health gauge. So to program a course, I hold down C, like if I was scanning. And then I click start recording. And you can see it is now recording. It helps if your path is 3 wide. And you can see blue arrows that come out every so often. Yeah, don't drive off the edge. I am not the greatest of drivers, but this at least will show you how it's supposed to be. And you know what? I'm going to completely eliminate that because of the fact that I suck at this. So, C, clear path. Let's try again. So I'm going to start there. Start recording. Three wide would allow for multiple tractors to go through, or one truck, which is about twice as wide as a tractor. Now, minute I hop out, it begins to drive on its own. And that's your station automated. Now what it will do is grab all. What we'll do is we'll take everything from this station and take it and deposit it into that one, which right now is connected to a box, so there's nowhere else for it to go at the moment. And the reason I hooked up the coal to that is so that this truck station automatically refuels the tractor every time it goes in. So you now have, with coal, not only unlimited power, phenomenal cosmic power, but an automated vehicle that will drive itself with unlimited fuel. And you can do the same thing with oil stations, fuel stations, and things like that as you would progress through the queue. And as you can see, they're in there and slowly being taken out into this thing. And you know what? We're going to upgrade that conveyor belt. So now it's moving faster. More power! Okay, let's check on our cadmium research and begin making our steel factory, because we need to make 50 motors. Let's grab these. Analysis of cadmium ore is completed. Please choose a new specimen.
New technologies have been developed based on this new element, primarily in power and electronics, and can now be accessed in Hub Tier 3.
Let's put those back. Alright, so drop those off. Toss those. Put those in. Toss the rest. I don't need them. Okay, so let's look at Hub Tier 3. Tier 3, see if this is easier to do. Cadmium technology, which will allow us to get 5 more inventory slots. Mingot's Quickwire Power Pole Mark II, the Blade Runners, which I think I'm going to build first thing. And Power Pole Mark II is up to 7 connections, and we're able to scan for ore. So we're going to do that one real quick. So let's dump that in, that in, that in, and that in, and I'll grab some more stuff real quick. So in order to automate the plates, I had to actually dial this thing down, and I did find out something interesting that I didn't know before, and will help you out. You can actually type into here what full percentage you want. But unfortunately, you can't just hit escape and close it out, because then your save it doesn't save your input. For example, let's say I want this to run at 60%. So I'll type 60. Hit escape. It's back to 50. So what you have to do is actually hit the X button on the thing because you can't just hit E to tab out because it will add it down there. You can't hit tab because that doesn't work. So you actually have to hit the X thing to save your changes. Oh, like why wasn't it button? There we go. Does that launch? Actually, it
Caterium
does.
acquisition unlocked. Additional to new equipment, building and parts utilizing basic Caterium properties. R&D insisted on inflating your pocket dimension.
So I'm going to grab all of this, put that back, and we'll make some... What? I can make... why did I have that? Oh well, can always have more concrete. Let's see, we're going to go down here, make some ingots. And then we'll make some quick wire. Actually, you know what? Let's automate that. One smelter, one constructor. It'll run 45 per minute, so a tier 1 belt is more than sufficient. And apparently that's too close. So let's try that again. And then this will take... Oh. I hate it when that happens. There's no reason to have that at the moment because nothing's running. Where's that power pole? It's on that side. And we're out of cable. Actually, no, we're not. There we go, now everything's working. So we're going to take and put the constructor right there. And you know what? Let's change some things up again. Because what we're going to do is put all the ore back into here. And just put the smelter right here. The constructor right behind that. And cadmium and quick wire. Alright. So that will start making cadmium ingots and then quick wire. Load that up a little bit. And then quick wire is produced out there. It looks like gold wire. We'll come back to it in a bit. So, we're going to need a couple foundries and a couple constructors. So, to make steel ingots, we're going to have to come over here first and make some steel ingots, which take 3 iron and 3 coal. Currently, there are alternate recipes you can find that will show you different ones to make. So, we have enough steel or iron to make 40 ingots. That's fine. We'll get rid of this because we're not really needed it. So, we need, actually we will need it. 2 foundries is going to cost us 30 steel pipes, which I can make 40 of them. But to make 10 encased industrial beams, I'm going to need 40 steel beams, which costs 3 apiece. So that's what? 120. So let's just make up 5 of these. Well, I still don't have enough for that because I need. Let's drop that foundry down. I still need 5. 5 of these, which means I need 12 of these, which doesn't give me enough to make those. So, I guess we're grabbing more ore. So let's grab, yeah, that one's. Actually, no, we're just grabbing some from the foundries that we're not using. I mean these things. There we go, 300. And we'll go grab another 300. What do I need to make the blade runners? Okay. Some quick wire. 50 of it. Which will also stack in stacks of 500. So we'll take that. Let's go grab 300. Much like anything else, you have to make the initial things at the beginning. Because you need steel to make steel, which, so, yeah. Oh, let's make the blade runners real quick. First body slot item. And what they do is allow us to run faster and jump farther. So, are we going to have enough encased industrial beams? Because I'd really rather. Five times 4 is 20, so let's make 20 of these. This is tedious, but it's what you have to do at the very beginning of each section where you're making a new product. So there is that. Oh, we had enough. That's actually enough for everything I need. I can ditch the rest of this. So, I can leap tall conveyors in a single bound! Okay, so let's put together these foundries. So I'm going to go with putting one... We'll go with here. Actually, no. Where's that at? So let's go with here, and then we'll put one right next to it. Oops, I forgot to make more encased industrial beams. Look, I can make stators. To make a motor, we're going to need two rotors, two stators per motor. So I need 100 of them. Lovely. So let's put the other foundry down. And there's enough room for me to make another one, but for now, this is how it's going to be. So we'll put a power pole down right in the middle. And we have no extra power. There for now. So what we're going to have to do is put splitters on this line. I'm missing cable for that one. So let's go grab some real quick. There we go. Eat the rest of those berries. Get my health up. Take some cable. There we go. So now when you put a splitter in a line like I'm about to do, you have to work from the top down, because otherwise you will get encroaching others' clearance. So what we're going to do is basically stand in front of this and look at the upper thing. And as you can see, the splitter snaps directly to the conveyor and points in the right direction. So we're going to use it for, put one there, and then we'll go over to this one and put one there. Now with the vertical conveyors, we don't have to, oh bloody freaking Russell. Okay, I put them in the wrong spot. Now the great thing is you can delete them and there's no issue with the belt. So let's put a vertical conveyor in on this one and this one, and ooh, that's actually new. Nice. So, and oddly enough, that explains that. So this actually wants to be one level higher. Too steep. Yep, we can fix that with one of these. And delete that thing. So, allows us to stand directly underneath this and basically look down at the conveyor and center the conveyor. Same with, and the lower one will actually tell you when it's lined up. Which means you can actually delete this thing here and put your splitter in. And then these will make steel ingots upon getting the appropriate material, which is currently headed out. So each of these want 45 a minute. So that's 90, plus 30 is 120, plus 15 is 135. I am producing 45. So what we're going to do is fix that. The way we're going to do that is production minor mark 2, missing some industrial. Well, that's not good. We need more. And we're all out. Or 5. Okay, that was an oops. Oh, I'm short of... Oh yeah, that's right. These things take 2 of the miners instead of just 1. So, yeah. This thing will produce 120 per minute at full power, which we're going to need. So, conveyor belt Mark 2. Conveyor belt Mark 2. So, how do we have 15, 20, 15, 30, so that's 45 plus 90, 135 per minute. So, how can we make 135 per minute? How do we dial down the calculations? So, 120 minus 45 is 75. Divide that by 2, it's 37.5. Divide that by 45, tells us 83% power. So let's clock our speeds down to 83 on both of these machines. That should reduce our power consumption, our requirements. The other problem is that's not nearly fast enough, so let's increase the belt requirements. Make another one of those, and go down and replace it. Oh. Except we need the encased industrial beams again. We almost forgot. Perfect amount. So our steel protection's up. And the carapace is done.
R&D has repurposed a common engineering tool to assist you in your defense against the local wildlife and provided an extra equipment slot. The blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 3.
Rebar gun. So we'll do that one real quick. That. And we'll have to go get some more. So let's investigate the mycelia real quick, because that takes very little time. And go grab some rotors and wires and finish the rebar gun off. Alrighty, let's get rid of that. And that one. So, and we will rebuild it, make it better, make it stronger. Oh, you ruddy... How did I miss one? Ladies and gentlemen, I suck, so you don't have to. It worked for a second, darn it. Gimme. 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 I need more of these. Fortunately, I have them automated. question is, can I upgrade this without... Yep. Yay. And now we have enough coal flowing in. Well, we will once this line fills up. Because this thing is producing 240 per minute. Which we don't actually have the capacity. Well, we do. No. We have conveyor mark. No, we don't. We don't have conveyor mark 3 yet. So we don't have the capacity to move 240 units per minute. That's this tier. So let's dump some stuff in. And quickly make the things we need. What's that? 1800? Yeah, it should be enough. So I've covered steel manufacturer and modular frames. 13, really? Okay. Because I need to make 21. So I've covered modular frames and, no, I'm sorry, steel manufacturing and trucks today. So I'm going to unlock this last tier real quick while we're waiting for... let's make 21 of these. Wait a minute. We were supposed to put... That's why my to-do list had things on it. Dang it. You are going to make steel pipe. And you are going to make steel beams. This needs a full 30. This is producing 24.9. Yep, 30. So we will drop this one down to 50, which will cover our requirements. So that makes 15. Yep. So 22.5 plus. So 120 minus 45 minus 30 minus 22.5 equals 22.5. Wait, that's not right. $120 minus 45, 75 minus 30, it's another 45. Oh well, it's working. So what I need is 22.5 a minute. Plus 45 plus 45, 112.5. So it's actually working at excessive. I divide that by 120, 94%. We'll leave it there for now. Yep. So let's make some stators. So remember, we need 100 of these. And I don't have enough rotors. I need to go grab some more rotors. Because we don't have enough. And we don't have enough wire. Anyway, so I'll grab some more of that. So what we're going to do is finish up this, unlock these two areas, and then I will cut the stream off for now because I'm trying to do hour-long videos, especially since I upload these to YouTube, so people don't want to watch a 3-hour video. And mycelia is done.
This mycelia can be used to create fabrics. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1. Additionally, R&D has requested extra samples to determine the cause of an anomaly.
So, Hub Tier 1. Fabric. They want crap we already have, so give them that. Give them that. And give them that. Hit sort. Launch. And again, luckily, we don't lose anything we've already put in. So we need 100 stators. Really? I hate that can't afford notification. You're missing parts that you should have on you. Like iron rods. One of these days, every single item is going to go to a central location for me to be able to run up to it and go, okay, here's the part that I've got. And that's the plan. Someday. We're at 15, 16, 17 motors and climbing. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We're halfway there. Over halfway there. 28. We need 50. One of the things we're going to eventually have to do is automate the production of pretty much it. Everything will be automated. So in order to make stators, this steel is going to have to go into an assembler, which adds wire from the copper, which then feeds another assembler, which takes stators from those assemblers and then makes motors. It's a pretty hefty piece of figuring out. And math and Excel spreadsheets and all sorts of other things are used to determine lots of how many of these you're going to need to make this, etc., etc., etc. Still need to make 15 more motors. So you will have multiple assemblers feeding one line, which will then feed one assembler, which will then feed, like for motors. So if you saw my personal save base area, you saw like 7 manufacturers, which are the high-end things in the game right now for building things, for automating items. I needed 5 manufacturers just to make the base products needed to make supercomputers in one manufacturer at 100% efficiency, and all of those manufacturers were dialed up to full power either. So it's an interesting process. You have to think and you have to figure things out and do math and figure out, okay, so how many of 10 more? So we're gonna have to wait a few minutes. This thing's still running. Another 4 minutes. But let's grab some leaves and we'll make something else while we're at it. Look, fabric. Takes biomass. Interesting. They changed it. So it used to take leaves. So we'll make some biomass. And since I tore down the auto manufacturers, that's exactly what we have to do by hand. So let's make some fabric. We'll make 25. So, and we'll put that mycelia back. And this thing likes to reset your presets every time you log in, so, or some other stuff. So what color should we make steel, huh? How about this orange color? No, we'll do this blue. And apparently, it doesn't want to be that color. At least partially. Oh well. You can't switch to empty hands, unfortunately. So, minute and a half. And this should be enough to finish off our stators. We need, what, 15 more? 10 more. And it's not. We're short by 2. So we're going to need another 6. Oh look, there we go. 6. Or 9 really, but that's because I'm out of wire. And this is why I want to have everything in a central location. That way, when I want to build something, I can just go grab it and make it. I don't have to run all over my base. Now, I have made that mistake in the past, and I'm making it again. Why am I... How am I running out of frickin' everything? There, finally, 50 motors.
Milestone reached. Logistics have improved by the means of a container with increased storage capacity and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency. This type of mycelia has strong healing properties. R&D has created a blueprint you can access in Hub Tier 3.
Alrighty, so medicinal inhaler. We need these. Well, we can't add them anymore until the pod comes back in 11 minutes. But we're not gonna. It's been an hour and 20 minutes just about, so we're not gonna do that. So To unlock tiers 5 and 6, we're going to need 500 modular frames and 150 motors. And you saw how long it took me to make 50 motors. So that is definitely something I will be doing off stream, off camera. And I will probably do some automation, especially for 500 of them. Probably some automation of the modular frames, automation of the motors. So there may be some base expansion in the future. Not maybe, there definitely will be. Because what I can do is take that entire assembly here and move it over in this direction, create it over here, and I can build a motor base over here. That's all it would make is some motors, because right now motors are an end product. There's nothing that uses them other than the project assembly. And so there's some iron nodes over there, a copper node, and coal. So I can make a motor assembly facility over in that direction. And preparing for that would be something that I would do off stream. I'll build the foundations out to that direction, build a skyway, build the foundations and the building needed and everything else, and then I'll show you guys the constructions of it later. But in this stream we got some iron manufacturing, our base materials. I showed you how the truck works, and it should still be running. Where'd it go? The truck's gone missing. Lovely. It's entirely possible it fell off into the void, at which point it's gone forever. And if it fell off into the void, that's just funny. Let's do a quick check. Yeah, because the AIs for the vehicles isn't the greatest. It's one of the reasons why I prefer to use oh, there's the truck. Huh. They usually show up on the HUD. Interesting. But as I said, the AI for the tractors isn't always the greatest. It didn't even slow down and stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo those that pathing sometime. Yeah. Why doesn't it allow me to research? I may have to research explosives, quickfire, before I can research some of the stuff. So I'm going to end the stream here for now, and maybe pick up later once this thing is done, because I'm sure you don't want to sit here for 20 minutes while I do. Well, yeah, don't want to sit here for 20 minutes while the quick-wire is researching. Oh well. That will be all for today. Well, for now. I may get back on later. If I am, look for me to go live on twitch.tv/Nemorath. MNEMORATH. Nemorath. And be sure to check out the videos on YouTube And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know you watched it. And give me some feedback. These are my first streams. Thank you all, and have a nice day.